Hello, and welcome to the Voices of Bellevue School District podcast, where we amplify the voices of students, staff, and families, sharing their unique lived experiences to strengthen our Bellevue community. In each episode, we'll explore We Belong, significant cultural traditions, customs, and lived experiences of our beloved Bellevue community. We learn academic programs and innovative initiatives, along with the staff and students behind them. We lead discussions with leaders in our community on topics that drive innovation in education. So Barry, I thought it was a good idea to just start talking to some of our students about some of the things that they're doing, the initiatives that they're leading. What do you think about that?
I'm actually really excited about this because I feel like whenever we talk about things the school district is doing, it's very much in the lens of what are the adults doing? But everything we do in the school district is for the students, and I am so excited to hear what everyone at this table has to say. So I'm really excited.
And with that, I would love to introduce one of our teachers at Bellevue High School, and everybody else can introduce themselves around the table.
Thank you, Janine and Barry, for the chance to talk tonight. Randy Litzenberger, Bellevue High School, Social Studies, and also one of the co-chairs of the Sustainability Design Team.
I'm Felipe. I just want to thank you guys for being here. I'm a junior at Bellevue, and I'm also part of the Sustainability Design Committee.
Thank you for having me. My name is Vanya. I'm a junior at Interlake High School, and I'm also part of the committee.
Hi, I'm Dia. I'm a junior at Interlake High School as well, and I'm super excited to be sharing my ideas. I'm also a co-chair of the Earth Month subgroup.
Hey, I'm Neil. I'm really excited to be here, and I'm an 8th grader at Odell Middle School.
I'm Aditya. I'm also really excited to be here. I'm a 7th grader at Odell Middle School.
Hi, my name's Arav Prakash. I'm also a junior at Interlake High School, and I'm really excited to be part of the Earth Group sub-team and the Sustainability Committee.
Hi, I'm Miriam. I'm a junior at Bellevue High School, and I'm really excited to be here. I'm also one of the co-chairs for the Earth Day subgroup with Dia.
Hi, I'm Soraya Arjaman. I'm a junior at Bellevue High School, and I'm the student co-chair for the committee.
And hi, everyone. My name's Julian Taylor. I'm a sophomore at Bellevue High School, and I'm also on the social media committee with Soraya.
So Randy, we just had a great presentation and a meeting with some of the students. Tell us a little bit about that meeting and why is it so important for us to be engaged in this conversation?
I'm happy to do that. Tonight, March 12th, we had the chance to hear from different stakeholders in our community. We had presentations from facilities, which brought in information from nutrition services, from operations generally. This was a follow-up meeting to one we had this fall where we heard about where the state of the district is. Part of our charge here this year on the Sustainability Committee is to see where we are in terms of the goals we set with last year's plan, to measure progress. So that's one thing that we were doing tonight. As well, we had the chance to hear from the City of Bellevue, which talked to us about Vision Zero. The City of Bellevue understands that the second biggest source of emissions in our community is transportation, and for us to make a dent in that, we have to provide a manner by which students can be safe in alternative methods of transportation to school. So hearing from them, their programs, they're seeking ways to partner with us in terms of this work, but also in terms of getting students to school in a manner that's safe, but isn't necessarily just in a car.
So how do we ensure that student voice is heard in sustainability?
So the way we can do this is by groups like this, like the Sustainability Committee. Students all across the district can apply to be part of this committee, and every new student brings fresh ideas.
How can a student sign up to be a part of the committee?
So there's an application. I think you can find it on the website, and you can just apply from there.
What made any of you interested in sustainability efforts? Did it start at school or did it start at home?
So for me personally, how it started was over COVID. I lived in Brazil. There were big wildfires, especially in the Amazon forest. And then when I moved here, I discovered that the district was really involved with sustainability. And at Bellevue High, I connected with Mr. Litz and Mr. Cox, and they almost brought me into this world that I'm really passionate now.
For me, it involved I had some ideas of how I could help sustainability at home, and then I was just searching, and I had some friends who told me about this committee, and I realized that it was a place where I could meet people who thought like me and make a difference in our community.
For me, my family has always been pretty passionate about nature, We like to hike. We like to go to the mountains, and we like going to like Mercer Slough. So through that, I felt empowered to work in sustainability or to contribute to goals that we have in the district for sustainability. And one day I got an email with a link to apply to the committee, and I did that, and here I am.
For me, it was kind of the opposite, actually. I was not really informed on sustainability, and so when I saw, I also got an email with the link, and I realized that I didn't know much about it, and I wanted to know more. So I applied because I really wanted to, learn about sustainability and what this district was doing with it.
And that's the key, because so many people don't know, but your voice and your actions help bring more visibility to it. So I'm glad that you joined us today. Hey, BSD family, we'll be right back after this short break.
Hey BSD, this is Sarai from Bellevue High School and the District Sustainability Committee. This Earth Month, we're inviting the entire BSD community to take small steps that make a big difference for our planet. We've got exciting district-wide challenges happening, like campus cleanups, a garden and planting day, Turn Out the Lights Day, a chance to track your personal impact, and our Take Action Day, your opportunity to step up and make change happen. Want to stay in the loop? Follow us on Instagram at BSD Sustainability to learn more and see how BSD is going green, not just this month, but all year long. Thanks BSD for taking small steps for our future world. Let's make this Earth Month count.
What can students, staff, and community members do to help the district become more sustainable?
This is I think a big part of the push is what we're doing. Part of what we're doing here in this committee is ensuring that everyone in the district is educated on sustainable topics, knowing about energy, transportation, about waste, about all the sectors that make up sustainability, and in that way empowering yourself to be able to speak to it. And then I think a second thing that people can pick out in their personal lives is finding a niche within sustainability to really explore and advocate for. For example, if a parent becomes interested in making their means of transportation more sustainable, they can look into safe bus routes, or if they live close enough, walk and bike routes for the students. They can also look at carpooling to work and advocate to their friends, family, and of course their coworkers on how to expand their own approaches.
One super important thing to do is recognizing really obvious things, which we can cut down. Some really commonly talked about things are carpooling and food waste and things like that. But there are other things in other people's lives specific to what they're doing, like energy consumption, for example. During summer, somebody has their lights on in a windowed room. You don't need the lights for that, so you can cut down on so much energy usage just by turning off the lights during summer or in a well-lit room which you're in.
And Bellevue High did turn off the lights. Will somebody tell us about it?
Yeah, so in the fall, Bellevue High did TOLD, which is Turn Off the Lights Day, and this is a campaign to reduce energy in buildings, specifically Bellevue High. So how we plan this out, we plan this with Sustainability Ambassadors, a nonprofit in the area, and we basically promoted this idea that if you don't need the lights on, we should turn them off to conserve energy. So for the whole day, all the main lights were off in the building. So the common lights, the cafeteria, the hallways, they were all off. And teachers had the choice to turn off the lights. And it was kind of a big movement where everyone saw that we can be sustainable and there are some areas where we don't need to use lights.
Did that get people excited? Were the students kind of excited about that?
Yeah, I think the students were really excited. And from my perspective, a lot of students like when the lights are off because it's a more calming environment.
And to the question there, too, about what students can do in terms of this, we have great members on this committee. We have the opportunity for students to participate here, but we also have the chance to participate in our upcoming events. Like with Earth Month, we're going to have the chance to do Turn Out the Lights Day in multiple buildings. We have the opportunity for students to engage in kind of a spirit week that emphasizes things like recycling and all that. So there's great opportunities that will come to us here in the next few weeks, and there's every opportunity for students to engage. Tonight, one thing we talked about in our meeting was the opportunities and and challenge of dealing with our waste stream from our buildings. And that's something that people can participate on multiple times a day by making better choice about sorting recycling versus the yard waste versus things that may need to go to the garbage, but trying to minimize that. That's something everybody can do every single day. It's a gold mine that we're sitting on in that way, and I hope that more students and staff will participate in that way, and community members too.
I feel like it's really important bringing awareness not just in like small niches, but across the whole district as well. And I feel like we're doing a really good job with that through the Earth Month. For example, with the Turn Off the Lights Day, even though it's just a Bellevue High School thing, I've noticed a lot of teachers within Interlake have done that, but by bringing awareness of this to the whole building, more people will participate. And it's really important within sustainability because every little thing which you can do, any reduction truly matters. And I think that's something we need to emphasize to the community and to everyone who's involved in this.
Yeah, I think in line with what's being said, most of your sustainability journey should be done in like your day-to-day life. So like small actions are what actually matter. Like for example, recycling at your house, shorter showers, energy use. And of course, like these events are like really good to like bring awareness. But what's really important is the actions that you like do in your day-to-day life.
Just adding on to that, one thing like I would like to call out is, although it's really great that there are a lot of organizations and communities and groups of people working on, their sustainability efforts and initiatives, that doesn't mean like you can't get involved too, or that you should believe that, they're going to do all the work. You can just sit back, because the work that we're doing really does rely on like, student engagement, community engagement, and we could use like all the help we could get.
Yeah, because like without the student and community engagement, there is no work. We're just trying to create and like encourage other people to like incorporate this into their lives.
I agree with that. And in the social media subcommittee, we have Instagram posts on an account called @BSD Sustainability, and we promote student groups. We've promoted I think it's called Earthbound Club at Bellevue High School. So definitely check that out because we're going to be posting more to see what you can do to contribute.
I just add this piece to all the excellent comments so far, that we live in a district that is prioritized for 20 years through its capital budget expenditures, renewable energy. We are a district that has been cutting edge in terms of the work over the last 2 decades. And that's been accelerated, I think, through our adoption of perhaps the first sustainability policy in the state of Washington back in April of 2023. What we've done since then is, now that we have policy, is to provide plan to implement that policy. So we're seeing here now, a couple of years, students removed, this group that is working towards that. These are the folks that are doing the work on the ground, and we need your help. We need everybody's help in terms of our community to do it. We're framed with a district that is already emphasizing a lot of this, but there's so much more work to be done. Bellevue, for a long time, I thought, is one of those spaces in Washington State that is an intersection of multiple highways, right? But we're also an intersection of ideas and influence. And the work we're doing here reaches beyond our school district. It is something that is going to be catchy in terms of where we're going. So we're pleased to be able to share this here today.
Yeah, adding on to that, I feel like it's really important for our Bellevue community to be the forerunners of these sustainability goals, like looking at other areas in the country. Like, for example, I was in the Midwest a couple weeks ago. I didn't see a single compost bin there. But ever since I've come to this district, there's been compost bins, recycling, trash in the lunchrooms and all across the hallways. And I feel like that spirit has continued, as Mr. Litzenberger said, for the past 20 years. That pioneering of the sustainability ideas is really important and what needs to be continued, because if nobody is the first to do it, how will it ever be implemented?
So I'm Vicki Salazar, and I'm a community member, and my children graduated from Bellevue School District. And as I look around the room and see all the work that's happening and the commitment of the district, what I see is our future sustainability leaders, and I see people who are going to take the ideas that they're building here in the district, carry them as they go on to college, as they go on to the work life, and they spread right out across the country. So I'm really excited to be part of this team because they are our future. And I know that sounds really cliche, but they are building those skills today to help take us where we need to go, over the next 50 years. So.
Okay, we need to come back and re-record and do an update after Earth Month. How about that? Sounds great. Looking forward to it. Thank you, everyone.